1990 Mustang starter replacement. Disconnect the battery terminal, negative or positive. Safely support the vehicle using jack stands, because these vehicles are real low to the ground, so you're going to have to lift them and support them with jack stands to get under them. And you crawl under the passenger side all the way to the transmission. I got my jack stands on the lower part of the control arm, and as you see, way near that back wheel is a big 4x4. For one, I'm in an angle, and two, this is a stick shift. E-brake is pulled, and we can get up under here, and I'll show you the location of the starter. So if you come up under the car, the transmission, that one little bolt, that's one part of the bolt to the starter, and you gotta come up front. It's gonna be tough because I'm under the car. You ain't got no room in between these wires and stuff. We gonna have to feed a bunch of extensions up there to get to the top starter bolt. Both of the bolts is 14. Let me figure out how I'm gonna get this done. Okay, this is how I found it best to get the top bolt on. There's my extension. But if you come under to the starter,
I didn't see anybody. I'm serious.
right there in the back,
I was on my phone, so.
see this silver socket? You're gonna have to take your left hand, put the socket on there. It's gonna be tough.
Who is it?
Feed the extension from the closest to the starter all the way up until it come out this way. That way when you get the socket on, you can feel your extension and then just clamp it on. Now we can go ahead and break that out. Break that loose. In order to get that top bolt out, you're going to need a long 14, 8-inch extension, 2 6-inch extensions, and 1 3-inch extension. You ain't got no extensions this long, that bolt ain't coming out. That's almost 3 feet in extensions. I'll tell you that right now. That's almost 3 feet. That's what the 2 bolts look like. That holds the starter in. Now we just gotta wiggle it out and disconnect the power wire on the starter. So you'll push it. That's where the starter will be sitting up in that little hole. Just reach up in there and grab it and pull it straight down towards the ground. And that's what the big starter look like. And you just got 1 power wire on like a 10mm. And that's it. And this is the factory starter. And that's what it looked like. I was told you got 2 different style starters. This is the high output one, and then they got a regular lightweight starter that they're talking about you gotta modify. You ain't doing no modifications. Now we gotta go get the new one. So I just came back from the parts store and I matched the old one up with the new one. That's what it looked like. It's got the one plug on the back. Now we can go ahead and put it back in. So we under the car. We just took out a 10mm bolt and connect that to our power wire. Alright, so we got our 10mm bolt powered up to the starter, and you just feed it up straight up in there just like it is. And it go right up in there. You gotta do a little wiggling and turning. Put your 2 bolts in. It's a little hard to see. And we got the starter up there a couple turns. We definitely made sure that the bolt is going in straight, not cross-threaded. Now we're gonna reach up and start the top bolt and run all them extensions to get that top bolt in. So we got the starter installed. Now we can plug the battery back up. See, it should start up.